would like to introduce the members of Trashformers Battle for Cleaner Pisay: Gian Drexy Corpus, Carmela Nicole Igarta, Sydney Lawrence Menjola, Gabriel Darwin Punsalan, and Zian Josephine Peralta. What if waste wasn't the end of something, but the beginning of something better? In our civic engagement project, Trashformers Battle for Cleaner Pisay, we took the problem of excess organic waste in our school and transformed it into an opportunity for community action through vermicomposting. Civic engagement is crucial because it empowers communities to solve local problems, and through our project, we showed how students can take active steps towards environmental responsibility. Pisay generates a significant amount of organic waste, especially from fallen leaves and seasonal fruits like mangoes. Unfortunately, much of this waste often ends up being thrown away or is left to decompose on the ground. We saw this as an opportunity to create a solution that is both sustainable and educational. Vermicomposting, which uses earthworms to turn organic waste into nutrient-rich compost, offered a perfect answer. By launching this project, we aim to reduce waste and teach our community about environmental responsibility. Our team included 30 dedicated students who actively maintain the vermicompost, learning more about sustainability and the science behind composting. We also worked closely with teachers and staff who supported our initiative. Through this project, we not only managed waste better, but also empowered students to become environmental activists.
At Pisay, we asked ourselves how we can give back to the community starting in our school. It took us weeks of brainstorming before we even came up with vermicomposting, a potential solution to the organic waste excess in our school. Vermicomposting uses worms, mainly red wrigglers, to break down organic waste into fertile soil. In order to adjust these efforts and attain such goals, we worked as a team, wherein each member became a focal person to each activity. We first made a cubic meter design of a metal box. Then we contacted an engineer to create this design into a reality. We then placed the compost box near the agriculture shed for them to also benefit from our project. For the earthworms, we contacted an agricultural shop and ordered 2 kilograms of African night crawlers and scattered them into the compost bin together with layers of organic waste such as dried leaves, fruit wastes, and cartons. Then we sprinkled water inside it to keep it moist. Building the bin wasn't easy, and so was keeping the bin in check. We had to make sure it met the required conditions in order for vermicompost to thrive. The vermicompost needed to be dark, moist, and full of air in order to thrive. We monitored the vermicompost every few days and also asked students to rate our vermicompost. Multiple students also contributed in helping feeding the worms by adding leaves and other organic wastes into the vermicompost.
Personally speaking, it is important for Pisay to do vermicomposting because I've noticed that there's been way too much trash in Pisay lately, and we really need to do something about it.
From one of your posters on the ASTB bulletin board, I learned that vermicomposting actually has some important do's and don'ts. For example, you shouldn't put in meat because it attracts pests and causes a really bad smell.
About being part of our organization, the Trashformers, is that we're not here just to talk about change. We're also here to make it happen. You know, the Trashformers, they really do care for our environment. And it's inspiring to see and to be part of a team that is dedicated to hands-on and focusing on cleaner, and cleaner design.
I feel a sense of satisfaction for the little things that our group has made in order to make some difference for the environment. A part of me feels this way because as a student and being myself, I've never given too much attention to my environment, and it brought me some satisfaction that we've done something little yet something so impactful for our environment.
What happens when we take action? From trash to transformation. We build more than just a compost box. We build a cleaner, greener Pisay. But this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. Join us in making composting a daily habit. Start composting, spread the word, and be a Trashformer in your own way. Because when we work together, even the smallest action can spark a big change.
Join us!
Be a Trashformer.
Act now!
compost,
inspire,